Friday Night Lights are back on in the Sunflower. It's a day early. Boy, do we have a good one for you tonight. You want plot lines? I'll give you plot lines. How about a Big Ten committed quarterback? How about a 25-game winning streak? How about 2 reigning state champions facing off for the start of the season? A 5th straight title on the line, a second consecutive title on the line, next man up. All kinds of plot lines in here to tell you all about them. It's going to be Jonathan Plassick. Jonathan, we got a big one tonight to start off the season. What are you most looking forward to?
Well, Chris, I don't think there's a time often that we can say multiple state champions on the same field, but I'm lucky that I get to be here with you to do it.
That's going to be
because that'll be the best part about it. You got a 6A reigning state champion, Blue Valley North, and a 4A Division I state champion, Bishop Miege, the 4th straight. And how will they do without their gunslinger? Carter Putz goes to Notre Dame to play baseball, and so now it's all on Sam Pedretti. How can he do for this Stags offense? And then how will the old Big Ten commit, Graham Mertz, Wisconsin bound for him, 6'4", 215 pounds, had 3,684 yards last year, 45 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Not too shabby. 5 shy of half a century for touchdowns, and he's going to be the guy to watch tonight against this considered to be the best in the city team in Bishop Miege.
Bishop Miege ranked first in the A10 top 25, ranked first in the state, Class 4A champion last season, looking for their 5th consecutive state title and their 26th consecutive win. We are just about underway here on A10varsity.com. It looks like North will be kicking off to Miege. They're going to kick right to left. North in the blue on blue jerseys. Miege in the red on white.
Spencer Spregner will be the kicker. Not too shabby with the wind at his back. It's a good start. Getting the Kansas high school football season going.
Good crowd on hand tonight to kick off the season. A lot of North fans in the stands. Springer about ready to get things started. A wobbly kick taken by the up back, and it'll be down at the 30-yard line.
It's a good heads-up play there. I mean, Grant Fussell, the defensive back, the junior heads-up play there is Bishop Miege. We get our first look at Sam Pedretti, the senior taking over for Carter Putz, the 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year, had 9,295 yards in his career, 124 touchdowns and 50 touchdowns in a season back in 16. Those are all records at Bishop Miege. So see how Pedretti does here on this first drive.
Pedretti is going to have Cobbins in the backfield and 3 wide receivers out to the left side from the shotgun. Handoff. Cobbins up the middle, straight shot. Down at the 36, call it the 37-yard line.
That's efficient, and they're going to go hurry-up offense here early. 2nd and 2, 8 yards on a first down carry. You'll take that all night long.
You'll be hearing Cobbins' name quite a bit this season and tonight. 2 wide receivers to the right side, looking pass to the sideline.
2 plays and a first down.
Philippe with the reception there. And their first down of the ball game.
As you mentioned, Bryson Cobbins in the backfield had 1,294 yards and 15 touchdowns as a sophomore last year. 5'8", 175. Now to the right of Pedretti.
From the 42-yard line, just underway inside the first minute of action. Cobbins, inside handoff, going to get a couple. Hard yards as that North defense is really starting to feel themselves a little bit out there.
That time, Tyquez Agnew-Witten getting the ball on the split-back formation there out of the backfield, and he heads off to the sideline. Cobbins now the lone back in the back.
Tight end on the left side. Man in motion. That's Daniel Jackson who takes the handoff and the pitch. Cutting in the corner off to the left side. He's up in it at the 40-yard line, but that's a big run for Daniel Jackson.
Yeah, the little jet sweep, not too bad. Typically you'd see drive 1.
Moving the ball from the field. That's a pass out.
A minute 34 to do at that time. Pedretti efficient going down the field. That time a great throw on the out route. and finding Philippe for the touchdown. Did a lot with his legs there as well.
Kick is no good. So we will stay at 6-0. 10:26 left to go, just in the first minute and a half. You're already down 6. What kind of adjustments does North take, or just kind of stick with their offense at this point in time?
At this point, you have to ask if you're going to settle down, right? It's the first drive of the season. Bishop Miege goes down in like 5 plays and scores. So you got to show up your tackling. Obviously, it's first real action that you're seeing, besides maybe a scrimmage. So, now we get the chance to see what Wisconsin commit Graham Mertz is going to do. 6'4", 215 pounds. Now can he answer the Bishop Miege touchdown? 1 minute, 34 seconds is tough to beat, but I think if we can get points every minute 34, I think we'd take it all night.
This would be a fun game. It's going to be a boat race. I love it. Kicker's Dylan Downing.
You like how fast that was, Chris?
That was what, 4 plays, I think?
Yeah,
Let's see,
4.
drive summary. 5 plays.
5 plays.
71 yards. Took a minute and a half.
Wow. Efficient.
Very efficient. Downing ready for the kickoff. Kicking into the wind, and it's going to be short. Taken at the 15. 15 out to the outside. Going to take on some tacklers and be down at the 30. And we'll see our first shot at the North offense. And the big Wisconsin commit, Graham Mertz.
So Blue Valley North on the A10varsity.com top 25. That's number 7 overall team. Number 5 in the state of Kansas. Obviously Bishop Miege, the number 1 overall team in the poll. So, hey, why not? These two teams played last year at Miege. Miege with a 33-14 win. Let's see if Mertz in this offense can respond.
Mertz's running back is Nick Detmer, but this is a passing offense. Off to the right side, that's Danny Nam. And on the near side, we've got Eric Roberts. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 2 to the left. And the first play from scrimmage going to be a fake pass, or fake handoff. That's connected with Eric Roberts. Eric Roberts down at the 43-yard line.
1 play, 13 yards and a first down. You said in passing offense, and early on, Mertz able to find his receiver on target, 6 yards after the catch, and a first down for the Mustangs.
I think I said the term boat race earlier, and I'll tell you what.
Could be.
We're seeing some offense just in the first 6 plays of this one. Single wide to the right, 2 to the left side. Roberts is on the right side. They connected for 17 yards last play. Mertz ranked number 1 in the state at quarterback and number 2 in the country.
Not too shabby.
That's not too bad at all. Mertz could not connect with Cameron Burt.
Had a chance there. Middle of the field, they're working streaks. 1 on the outside, 1 on the tight end position. Had him in the cover 2 look, but instead it falls aimlessly to the ground. The turf here at Blue Valley here.
You gained 15 in your first play. Go for a home run swing on your second play.
Why not?
Nothing wrong with that. 2 to the right side, 2 to the left side. That's Detmer in the backfield as well. Mertz with a hard count. 9:45 left to go in the first quarter. The Mustangs trail the Stags 6-0. A pass. That's complete to Nam. Nam at the midway point. Looks like they need about 4 for a first down.
Yeah, bring up 3rd and manageable. A nice little hitch route. Working the hitches over here. We're in the same box with the Blue Valley North coaches up here, and you can hear them calling as he's getting the ball out of his hand. Say it now, and it worked.
And that's going to be it's not a false start. Somebody moved.
Well, that turns a 3rd manageable into 3rd medium. A little bit tougher of a position here for the Mustangs offense. A little early test, but, floating around midfield. I would imagine we see something go to the air here, something towards the first down marker.
We have yet to see a run, so I think I'm with you. 3rd and 9, ball at the 44. From the shotgun, Mertz getting additional signals from the sidelines.
There's no high safeties right now for Bishop Miege. Looks like an all-man look.
Mertz with the snap. 3-step drop. Caught it in stride, or he missed it in stride. Cameron Burt took a shot after the play, but another incomplete pass.
The offense.
He put it right where he needed it. It's just couldn't catch it in the breadbasket.
No, it's another great throw by Mertz, but 2 shots at the middle of the field, both of them to Cameron Burt. Neither one complete, but both right in the, like you said, the breadbasket. Had a chance to catch it, but some good defense out there by Bishop Miege. And now we get a punt here, our first punt of the evening.
Burt is your punter. Jalen Scruggs is back to receive, and that's a high punt. It's going to be a perfect one. Go out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Beautiful punt by Burt.
And maybe a little bit of frustration there. Dropped a couple balls on that drive.
Take it out on the ball, son.
Just kicked it out.
I love it.
And pinning them inside their own 15. Bishop Miege fairly efficient on their first drive, so I would imagine we come back out, see the same type of balance, a couple of run plays, a couple of pass plays, and 6 points on the board. But we talked about it last week whenever Missouri opened it up on the game of the week. Fort Osage and Raytown South missed extra points. Didn't even affect it last week, but this week for Bishop Miege, it could be a really big deal coming down the stretch, only up 6 instead of 7.
Man in motion is Philippe. He's out to the right side. Single man to the left side. Low snap and a flag on the defensive side of the ball. Going to call it a false start on the offense.
And that is not half the distance to the goal because they were at the 12.
You get to 12, they're at the
7-yard line. Now, line of his own, trying to avoid a safety. We'll see if the Mustang defense can put some pressure on here.
Mustang defense, their time to shine here after giving up a first drive touchdown. Pedrati standing at the 2. And another flag, another false start. That will be half the distance.
I didn't mean to jinx him like that.
Take him down to the 3.
Wasn't the intention there, Chris. So now at the 3.5, Pedrati is in his own end zone. If he wasn't sweating beforehand, he's sweating now. Can't make head coach John Holmes happy. It's unlike penalties. I'm not sure what head coach does.
No, they're not.
They're not too far.
In general, not typically fans of offside penalties inside the 10. No, that's not going to be one. Pedrati is going to hand it off. That's to Cobbins. Cobbins up the middle. He's got a little bit of room. Drags the pile up to the 14.
It's like the original line of scrimmage almost, Chris. He took a couple of Mustangs with him on that one. A good pickup, getting them out of the shadow of their own goalpost.
11-yard run for Cobbins. He'll stay in the backfield. We got 2 wide receivers to the left and Bentley to the right. Low snap, dropped.
Ball's on the ground.
Ball's on the ground, and it's going to be recovered by North. The Mustangs have recovered a fumble on the misconnection between Pedrati and Cobbins.
And that's going to be Khalil Allen, the junior defensive back coming up to make the play. And just like that, they're going to have their first trip to the red zone, see if they can get some points on the board and try and tie this one up.
Boy, that's the way to do it on defense. And the ball is going to sit at the 11-yard line.
It's not uncommon to see little mistakes like that in their first game. I mean, mishandled the snap.
Well, it was the low snap, and it looked like it just bounced into Cobbins'. It was almost a snap to Cobbins, and he just couldn't gather it in.
And Khalil Allen gets the turnover chain, a very popular trend now in high school and college ball. He's got the turnover chain down there. We'll see how long he gets to keep that around his neck.
I love that one. That one's all right. Look, they're taking pictures of him down there on the sidelines. I love it.
Yeah, something to get hyped about. Something that defense can play for. Little congestion there, looking for Danny Nam. But you know, they kind of worked a sluggo. Depends upon what system you're in, if you call it a sluggo or not. But they had a post on the outside guy, a corner from the inside guy. They got a little tangled up. Otherwise, that could have been 6 there for Nam.
Mertz 2 of 5 for 19 yards so far. They are inside the red zone to be sure. It's called 2nd down and 10 at the 12. Tighter formation this time. Mertz, 3-step drop. Bullet almost into the hands. Almost into the hands of Rishi Rattan, sorry.
There's
a flag.
Yep, Laundry on the goal line.
Laundry on the field. Let's see. I'm going to bet you that's defensive.
Holding?
Defensive something. Yeah, defensive holding, so that'll be half the distance.
Shouldn't be an automatic first down, so it scoots them forward a little bit, opens up the playbook, but no hesitation. They've gone to the air twice, and it's what the fans like to see, but maybe we see a run play here. I mean, we haven't seen one yet. You warned us that they're not necessarily a running team, but I figured you'd at least see some sort of draw in the first 2 possessions.
You're at the 6. That's that's just the money play right there. Detmer has yet to touch the ball.
They're going 5 wide again,
They're
Chris?
going 5 wide again. So this is time for Graham Mertz to get his first score of the year. And he is all by his lonesome in the backfield. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. And it looks like a man. You got 1 free safety in the backfield for Miege.
Got to watch the QB draw here. He spread out the receivers.
There it is. He's going to call his own number. Dives to the end zone. And they're going to call him down at the 1.
Took a shot, too.
On the draw.
Mikey Welsh there to deliver the blow at the half-yard line. It's a 1st and goal, but, man, you hate to see the Wisconsin commit get nailed like that at the half-yard line. First
and 1 at the 1. 7:58 left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs looking to get on the board here, trailing 6-0 to the Class 4A state champion, Stags. Quick snap. He's going to call it around to the right side. He's going to be down at the 1 again. No gain. Boy, they are really trying to highlight Mertz here in this one.
Yep. Mikey Welsh there again on the stop. That's 2 in a row. Stopped him from getting in, and then that time around the right side, unable to get it in.
Mertz the only rusher today, 2 carries for just 5 yards. Needs to pick up 1 more here, 7:17 in the first quarter. 4 wide with a tight end.
And a standing tight end at that, not even lined up on the line.
That's Burt. Now he moves him out further to the left side. He's going to try for the corner. It's going to be batted down at the line of scrimmage. Looked like number 89, Mason Weber, got a hand on it, and that's going to be incomplete. Oh, you're at the 1.
Yep.
You're the state champion. You got to go for it here, don't you?
I imagine you would. Underrated in that play there, Max Van Meter, the 6'3", 246-pound defensive lineman, gets the big paw up and just kind of scooted the ball away from the normal slant route. It was good coverage as well, but looks like we're going to see a go for it here. You called it. It's only 3rd down.
Yeah, third.
Well, you might as well go for it on 3rd down.
I would always go for it on 3rd down.
I'd like their odds.
Hey, it's opening week for us too, you know. Mertz staggers. Touchdown! They gave it to him. Leaned in right at the last minute. Touchdown, Graham Mertz. Mertz put 6 on the board.
That was close. I mean, he's hyped, and he should be. He got in just by the skin of his teeth. And number 1 touchdown for him. He had 45 throwing last year. You know, these guys know a little something about drama, winning on the final drive in the state championship last year against Derby down in Emporia State. So, hey, they're used to it. Mertz is like, it's just a 3rd and 1. Defending state champs for both sides. Not often you get to say that. And he goes ahead and puts 6 points on the board. Big extra point here.
Springer to give the lead to North. Kick is up. It's through the lines. It's good. 7-6 now. Your score is the Mustangs take control of the Stags. They now lead 7-6. 6:51 left to go in the quarter.
Well, it shows little turnovers can pay, big dividends if you're able to force them. So the Stags, they give it up inside their own 15-yard line. A short field for Mertz equals 7 points. 6 points plus the extra point gives them the 1 point lead. I'd like to think they could have handed off the ball, but instead you had, I think, 4 QB runs by Mertz there.
3 QB runs.
3, okay.
Well, 2 QB runs for 5 yards, and then
and
6
then just the extra,
for 1.
Yeah, it seemed like a Mertz drive. They wanted to get him showcased, and well, he got on the highlight reel, diving across the goal line, and now they're up 7-6. See if the defense can come up and get another stop for the home crowd.
You Wisconsin fans who are watching online,
that's what you get.
Shake those Badger pom-poms. You got to see your boy next year score a touchdown.
On Wisconsin, I think, is their
On
fight
Wisconsin.
song. There you go.
It's their fight song and about 7 million other high schools' fight song as well.
I agree. It was my high school's fight song. That's why I said it, Chris. I didn't need to be made fun of for that.
I think it was mine, too, come to think of it.
Yep, it all comes back around. I think
really
every
does.
high school now has that fight song.
Springer now is back to kick with the Mustangs. Now in the lead, 7-6. Midway through the first quarter. I think we're going to have a high-scoring ball game.
Yeah, that's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Safe bet.
Springer kick is away. It's low, end over end. Look like it'll be taken at the 1. They'll go ahead and get a fake reverse. Cobbins to the left side, trying to get outside the hash marks, and does. Cuts down, still on his feet, out around the 45-yard line. The coaches are calling for a penalty, and there is a penalty on the outside. Looked like there's some extracurricular activity after the play ended, and he was out at the 45, or the 43, I guess.
Yeah.
They're going to attack 15 on from there.
Yeah, it makes the field shorter, depends upon which side it's on, obviously. Didn't see anything from our angle, obviously. They're surrounded by Stags over there, but we'll have the white hat coming in to tell us.
The Stags were certainly calling for some sort of a penalty here. I think they wiped it off. So the drive will start at the 45-yard line. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They are going to tack on 15 more.
So a super short field, 42-yard line. They had that on one play in their touchdown play.
Yes, they did.
And again, I think 100 yards is short for these two offenses.
Yeah, absolutely.
The way they move the ball, efficient. You're not going to see maybe a better game for a while, but I don't know. The schedules are stacked. We were looking at them earlier. Stacked up schedule for this first week of Sunflower State football, and these two teams as good as you can find.
We'll call these up during the next dead ball, but Miege has an absolute. They got to run a juggernaut just through I think they face 5 or 6 teams in the A10 top 25, and then North faces 4 or 5. So it is. If they're going to repeat, both teams are going to repeat as state champions. They're going to earn it for sure.
Absolutely.
Trying to get the right football out on the field. Now I think they figured it out.
Bishop Miege going for 5 straight. I mean, to know that you go 5 years,
25
straight,
in a row. Man.
I mean, it's unbelievable what John Holmes and that staff's been able to do and getting state championships there at Bishop Miege.
Sam Pedrati, 3 of 3 for 47 yards. He's in the shotgun. 2-step drop. Got a guy streaking down the left side. He's going to overthrow him. That was Bentley. Bentley broke through coverage, and boy, he was streaking all the way down. That's his first incomplete pass of the day.
Had him on the pump and go. I mean, really bit on that. All 3 guys on that side of the field for the Mustangs bite on that. Had a wide open receiver. All he needed to do is give it a little bit more air. That's 6 more points, but instead now 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10 from the Mustang 42. That's a handoff. Cobbins up the middle, breaks through, close to a first down.
It is.
Call it 11 on the run.
Wow. I mean, just dragging defenders so far. At 5'8", 175 pounds, he's a junior, so watch out for him at some next level type recruiting here. But 11 yards, dragging 3 defenders, and another Bishop Miege first down.
1st and 10 at the 31, and they have been efficient so far today. Another handoff. That's Cobbins up the middle. Actually, it was not Cobbins. That is
Tyquez, Agnew
There you go.
Witten. Yeah, a couple of carries for him early on, trying to get him involved, but he's going right off to the sidelines, what they did last time with him. Now it's an empty backfield with Cobbins over to the right.
Ball at the 25. That's a pass completed at the 20.
Got some movement up front again, Chris.
So penalties starting to rack up for both teams.
Early season mistakes.
Early season mistakes for sure. That'll put it back at the 31.
Even state champs can make mistakes, right?
Hey, make them now.
They are right now, but not at the end of the year, right?
North losing their first 3 games and then getting it together and winning out. Pass complete. Breaks free. Touchdown, Daniel Jackson. Just a beautiful pass and catch. Shaking his defender for a 31-yard touchdown pass.
31 yards and on the money. The post route. Now the quarterback's got to get ready to kick the extra point. This one's important. But what a throw for Pedretti there. Another touchdown for him. Both throws over 30 yards for their first 2 touchdowns.
Extra point. That one's up and good. And boy, oh boy, folks, buckle in. We got a game. 13-7 your score. We're going to take 30 seconds. We'll be right back here on A10varsity.com.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
In the A10 Top 25. And then we'll take a look at Miege's.
Into schools at least, and I mean, heck.
Pretty hard to start your schedule against the number 1 and number 4 teams in the city.
Yep. Well, it just shows if they want to get back to another state title, you got to go through some tough competition. Like you said, they lost their first 3 last year and were able to complete that. So, tough schedules.
Downing is your kicker, going to be a short catch. That's Tyquez Agnew Witten going to go all the way to the far side, try to shed a tackler, and he does. Now,
like you said, a couple of runs and only picked up a few.
Absolutely. They'll mark the ball at the 18. And that is where we'll see our next look at the Blue Valley North offense and Graham Mertz. It's been all Graham Mertz in the first couple of drives. He's 2 of 6 for 19 yards, and kind of looked a little off so far, but I'm going to bet you they're going to keep calling his number until he kind of shakes it into gear.
And I imagine they're going to keep going back to Cameron Burt as well. He had 2 drops, but, 1 high safety for Bishop Miege. They got to take advantage of it.
Crossing pattern, incomplete to Roberts. So he's now 2 of 7 on the day.
And it looks like they're playing a simple cover 1, Chris. I mean, you have the 1 high safety. That's Tyquez Agnew Witten playing both sides of the ball. Only have a couple rushers for the Stags, but he's playing the free safety position. Everybody else is playing man on the outside. So you're seeing some linebacker, Jack Kincaid. He's playing coverage down here on the bottom side of your screen. Cameron Burt, I think he's going to try and take advantage of that unless they go 2 high safeties. But so far, Miege only going 1 high safety, and it looks like they're going there again.
2nd and 10. Two wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right side. Detmer now will be called out to line up as a receiver. All alone in the backfield is Graham Mertz. Quick pass, completed. Far
offensive coordinator, head coach are starting to look at what Bishop Miege is going to do if they bring their running back out of the backfield, and that's Nick Detmer. And that time they brought him into the slot. They get that middle linebacker scooted over. And they might like that against Dylan Downing, the much larger linebacker. See if they exploit that later on.
Gain of 4 on the play. 3rd and 4 to go. 3-step drop. Now he's going to run, scramble, and dive for a first down.
Nothing there. So What does a Division I quarterback do? He finds the first down marker, dives across, protect the dome as well, and safety first for the Division I recruit, and another first down for the Mustangs.
Ball down at the 30. Graham Mertz, the only rusher so far for the Mustangs. He's got 14 yards on 4 carries. 4:43 left to go in the first quarter. 13-7 Miege. Mertz and his Mustangs trying to pull back ahead. There's your first handoff of the ball game. And that is to Detmer.
Mikey Welsh there for Bishop Miege, scraping all the way down from the linebacker position. You love that as a defensive coordinator. He uses the scrape technique. He shuffles, finds the runner, and goes and attacks and only gives up 3 yards on that first down carry.
Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7. Ball on the 33. Double wide receivers out to the left and the right. Quick pass to Hendershot. Hendershot up near the first down, but just shy. Ball at the 39. Looks like they've got another yard to go for a first down there.
Yep, 3rd down and very short. The big boys coming in for Bishop Miege and get a little substitution on the defensive line. Some guys getting some breathers. It's not really a hot night anymore. It was 78 whenever we started the game, and still got to get some substitutions. Those guys doing a lot of work down in the trenches.
Absolutely. Mertz from the shotgun. Quick pass to Hendershot again, and that's good for a first down. So he hits Hendershot twice. Ball down at the 44.
Is it safe to say that's more like a run play for them, Chris? Because the hitch play, they ran the ball once, and then they went hitch, first down. Seems like that's what they're going to go back to if it's 3rd and short situation.
Single wide receiver to the left side. Fake handoff. Play action. Hendershot again. Ball on the ground at the end, but I think they're just going to call him down. Hendershot across the midfield stripe to the 43-yard line. So 3 shots to Hendershot in a row.
And another first down. Now they're on the positive side of territory. Bishop Miege kind of on their heels. And Hendershot, 3 straight receptions. Don't see the ball going through his paws, so might as well go back to him. Mr. Reliable there on the outside.
Gain of 13 on that play. Mertz has trips to the left. He sends Detmer out to the right side. Now all alone in the backfield. Good snap. Pocket collapses. He couldn't get through at that time, and he's going to be thrown for a 7-yard sack.
That's Sean Ryan, the senior, 6'4", 295 pounds. He just came in to give one of the starters a breather. He goes back off to the sideline knowing he sacked him back for a 7-yard loss.
Did everything he could on that play. Detmer checks out of the game, into the game now as Amari Hickson, and he'll line up on the right side, 3 wide to the left. Mertz, hard snap, or hard count. Now I got 8 to go on the play clock. Now 5. I get it off. Just got it off. 3-step drop. Pocket collapses again. He'll be able to squeak through up to the 45. Gain of 5 on that play.
You don't like seeing your starting quarterback take shots like that, but
that was a pretty hard shot.
Yeah, picks back up 6 yards to make it 3rd down and 11. A little bit more manageable if you're calling the plays for the Mustangs, but you don't want to see him taking many shots like that.
Mertz, the leading rusher in the game right there with 20 yards on 5 carries. Leading rusher for Miege is Bryson Cobbins with 19. Empty backfield again. 1:18 left to go in the quarter. 1, 2, 3-step drop. Moving around, now scrambling out of the pocket, going to throw it. Intercepted! They're going to call it an interception. Interception. And that was Tyquez Agnew-Witten. Now they're going to talk about it.
Went through the hands of the receiver on the left side, and Tyquez Agnew-Witten.
Holding. They're going to call that off and call the interception.
Yeah, Jalen Williams was getting held on that left side, but instead the interception gives the ball over to the Stags as they preserve a 13-7 lead. Just over a minute here left in the first quarter.
Agnew-Witten with a big defensive play there. And it has been two big defensive plays that have accounted so far in this one.
Couple of turnovers, one for each side. And, Blue Valley North was able to take advantage of the first mistake that the Stags made at the 15-yard line of their own. Able to cap that off with a Mertz 1-yard touchdown rush. We'll see what the Stags can do. They can take advantage of that turnover starting from their own 29, or 24, I should say.
Pedrati, 4 of 5 so far today for 77 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's not a bad day. It's just his first quarter. Low snap, 3-step drop, now scrambles to the left side. Pedrati on the moves, got some room. It's going to be out of bounds just beyond the first down marker at the 35-yard line.
And it's the same type of thing that we saw with Mertz just a few plays ago on the other side of the ball. Is nobody's open, he's getting flushed out of the pocket, so go out and pick up 11 yards on the rush.
Now, if you're Pedrati and you see, Blue Valley North in your schedule the first game of the year, and you're like, you know what, hey, that guy's a big commit. I'm going to play better than him, and I'll tell you what, so far he has. Quick pass out to the far side. Going to be down at the 39.
Yeah, with the exception of one mistake, and we talked about that, the fumble that they had, the miscommunication, or just the misfumbled snap that resulted in the first 7 points for the Mustangs. And, so far, Pedrati looking like he's solid. If Carter Putz is somewhere out there playing baseball at Notre Dame and he's out there watching A10varsity.com, he's got to be impressed with what he's seen from the guy taking over.
Daniel Jackson's the man on the ground. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back here on A10varsity.com. We talked about the Mustangs schedule. Here is the Stags schedule. They face off against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ranked teams, except they've got a little bit softer schedule right after Blue Valley North, the game you're watching right now. They face off against Blue Valley West and then Mill Valley. I mean, that's not going to be a walk in the park by any means. They're going to play them at home. Looks like St. James Academy and then Rockhurst. Kansas versus Missouri, that is always a great game every year. And Rockhurst is ranked number 16, although they lost last week to Rockbridge, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Hey.
Yeah, that's right. Look at you.
Look at me.
It's season 4.
Got one right.
Chris is working it, man.
Back inside Blue Valley District Stadium, Bishop Miege leads Blue Valley North 13-7, just under a minute to play in the first quarter. Sam Pedrati. It's going to be 2nd and 4. It's going to be a handoff to Cobbins. Cobbins got some room to run. And he'll be down just beyond the 35-yard line, call it the 34. What a run by Cobbins.
Yeah, the number 3 running back on the Elite 81 list put out by A10varsity.com. Man, he has the one cut, and he is speed beyond. I mean, you could probably hear the exclamation of "whoa" out of me, and I apologize there, Chris. But man,
yeah, this is a professional operation.
To get to the second level that quickly, pretty impressive.
26-yarder up by Cobbins, and now they're at the 34. Cobbins again on the play. He'll be inside the 30, almost to the 25. So Cobbins now starting to show his jets.
And his average has got to be pretty good. We go to the end of the first, though. What an entertaining first quarter.
So that's how the first quarter will end. Bishop Miege 13, Blue Valley North 7, but North is driving. We'll step away for 30 seconds here on A10varsity.com.
Get rid of that back and neck pain today. Westwood Chiropractic has been relieving Kansas City residents of pain for decades. Dr. Ken Downing has over 30 years' experience. Call anytime at 913-432-5678 or visit westwoodchiropractickKC.com. Westwood Chiropractic, health and wellness for the whole family.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
810varsity.com, Blue Valley North versus Bishop Miege. Miege on the lead, 13-7. We start the second quarter of action, and North is on the move. Or Miege is on the move.
Miege is on the move. Burns, the one waving his hands, didn't think that he did anything, which I'm not sure what offensive lineman does think he's doing anything in that instance, but moving him back, make it 3rd and 11.
That was the first time we'd seen 2 running backs in the backfield. We had Cobbins and Agnew Witten. And the ball will be placed at the 33. So we'll call it 3rd and 9.
Marco Collins down here, the cornerback on the bottom of your screen, trying to get the home crowd hyped.
That's going to be a false start. Ooh, a lot of extracurricular, as Agnew Witten was the one that moved, and then he was not fond of getting smacked.
No, he wasn't. I mean, the two-way starter. I mean, you got to take your hat off to him. Yeah, take your hat off to him so far, playing both sides of the ball. You know, some in the backfield. He's playing free safety the whole time tonight for the Stags. So, you know, his endurance pretty solid here through the first quarter and some change. And
they are going the wrong direction,
yes,
though. They do lead 13-7. 2 penalties in a row. Puts them back at the 39. Tried to get his outlet receiver, and that's going to be almost picked off. And that was Marquise Morrison, who just turned around and was given a gift.
Yeah, that was maybe the first...
Marco Collins, rather.
Yeah, the first throwing mistake we've seen Pedretti make out of the quarterback position for the Stags. Maybe thought he had a different play. Maybe went to the left side. I think they maybe have what he wanted designed to the right side. So he went back to the left and just tossed it up. And now see if they can pin him back. The Mustangs deep in their own territory with the punt. 2 guys back.
So that's Collins back to punt. You got Agnew Witten on the near side. Ground ball. Still time to get it off. Good punt, end over end. And they cannot down it. It's going to go in the end zone for a touchback.
That'll only be a net of 19 yards. They punted from the 39. They're going to start at the 20. So not a lot of field position change there. But Graham Mertz coming back out for another possession. So far, so good for him, but only 7 points up on the board.
Mertz has been a little sluggish this first quarter. Been trying to get it into gear. He's 6 of 12 for 47 yards. He does have 20 yards rushing, but it has certainly been the Mertz show so far as they trail 13-7, and they'll have to go 80 yards to get their more numbers on the board. From an empty backfield, 3 wide to the right, 2 to the left side.
See if they can take the momentum the defense just got with a big stop and see if they can take it down, get some home points here on the board.
Low snap to the outlet. He's got room to run. Look at him go. Roberts all the way down across midfield to the 43. You talked about momentum. Jonathan, that is some momentum right there.
Yeah, I think it was Amari Pesic-Hickson actually on the slip screen on the inside, just a little simple out route. And now they're in business going hurry up, and then they stop to see what the defense is going to give them. A lot of times stopping the substitution from coming in on the defensive side of the ball.
Call that a 38-yard pass. Pass complete on the far side to Burt. Burt across the first down marker, across the 30. Down at around the 28-yard line.
I'm not going to lie to you there, Chris. That's a Division I throw. The 10-yard out to the far side of the field for him, showing off his arm here, and they got the drive going.
Another quick count. 15-yard pass. They're driving now, trying to tie or take the lead with Bishop Miege, ranked at number 1 in the 8-10 varsity top 25, and North ranked 7th in the 8-10 varsity top 25. That one's complete to Nam. Nice little play to the 21.
You got a couple guys calling plays down there. The freshman quarterback, Henry Martin, down there giving signals with the rest of the coaches, and Detmer there, the starting running back there, on standby as well. But so far, 5 wide the entire drive here.
Ball at the 21, 2nd and 3. 9:18 left to go in the first half. Man in motion. That's Nam. Nam on the pitch. Man, what a drive. And he's down at the 11.
Pretty good run play for them.
Not too bad.
I think technically that's going to be called a pass play because he didn't hand it off. He pitched it forward. So it might be called.
You know what? I'm going to call it a run play just because they haven't had a lot of
rush
them.
yards.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do it for the stats, right? It's kind of like do it for the vine, the old school. But, a good pickup there. They're really moving the ball. 1st and 10 from the 12, trying to take the lead here at the home field.
Now they'll go into a huddle.
First time we've seen that tonight.
Yeah.
People, they don't like huddles anymore.
No.
High school football doesn't believe in huddles anymore.
Empty backfield. 3 to the right side, to the left side. Now he moves Amari Pesic-Henson up on the line. Corner play intended for Hendershot, and it was overthrown.
Was overthrown. They set it up the play before with the jet. That time the fake, but there's going to be some laundry on the field. See what the call is here. Looks like the Mustangs are going to be moving back.
Illegal downfield.
Maybe a little miscommunication there, thinking it was the same run play. Instead, they move back.
Well, they did that movement to the line right before, and I'm wondering if that didn't have something to do with it. That'll put the ball at the 17-yard line. Still 1st and 15 now.
Can get a first down without a touchdown. Tough way to go. They did it last time on their scoring drive. Might be some good luck for them, but got to get all the way to 2 to get a fresh set of downs.
That's their 3rd penalty for 25 yards. Miege has 6 penalties for 32 yards.
Late defensive substitution there for Miege, but able to get it off. Maybe didn't like the personnel they were in this close to the goal line. It's going to be Colin Williams, the freshman defensive lineman coming in for the Stags.
Come on, freshman. You've been in school now about 3 weeks. Why don't you go take on this Big Ten kid that's going to play for Wisconsin next week?
Perfect.
Oh, what a beautiful route. Oh, my gosh. Touchdown to Cameron Burt.
Oy.
The words just didn't come out of my mouth. That was such a beautiful route that he took.
Yeah.
Well, holy cow.
It was kind of like a crossover in basketball whenever you see a guy's ankles go. That's kind of what happened. Touchdown to Burt. It was kind of an extreme corner route, and instead of going to the corner, he went to the front pylon. A beautiful throw by the Wisconsin commit, Mertz, for the passing touchdown, and that's his first passing touchdown of the year. Only 44 more to go to match what he did last year.
Tell you what. Five plays, 80 yards. Now they're going to get the kick in to give them the lead.
Ooh.
Kick is up. Looks like it's good.
All right. Got ourselves a ball game.
Absolutely.
We're not surprised, but man.
Mustangs pull ahead 14-13. We're going to step away for just a second here on 810varsity.com. Back inside A10varsity.com on the campus of Blue Valley District Athletic Stadium. The Mustangs pull ahead 14-13 over the number 1 ranked team in the city, Bishop Miege. These two teams, both reigning state champions. And we are getting our money's worth so far.
Yeah, and we talked about, before they started the drive, they were taking over the momentum that the defense gave them, scooting them back, getting the punt. Obviously, a net of 19 as Bishop Miege gave the ball back to Blue Valley North. And they took advantage, marched right down the field, and Mertz with a beautiful throw, hooking up with Cameron Burt. First toss and touchdown of the season. It's 14-13, a 1-point lead for the home crowd and the home Mustangs.
Springer to kick it off to Bishop Miege. Maybe not a boat race, but certainly a tennis match so far we got going on.
A little back and forth.
Great quarterbacking. So, if you like quarterbacks, keep sticking around, folks. Short kick, end over end, going to be taken at the 30. Got some room to run, though.
Wow.
Going to be across the 42. Not the best kick in the world.
And that is Wesley Philippe had one of the touchdowns for the 40-yard touchdown for Bishop Miege earlier on. One of the up men able to take it back, get a decent amount of yardage for a little squib kick, or as what we like to call that, the fly ball. You're hoping for a fair catch if you're a coach. Instead, the player takes it, and Philippe picks up a good amount of yards. They start from their own 43-yard line.
And here comes Sam Pedrati. He's 5 of 7 on the day for 82 yards. He's in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the right side, 1 to the left side. Cobbins going to take Cobbins going to take the handoff and get absolutely nowhere. So he gets stuffed right at the line of scrimmage.
And the guy leading the way, Khalil Allen, he's one of the ones that had the fumble recovery earlier. He's showing a little bit of momentum there. They kind of put him at he looks more of like in the slot corner position, but instead he goes on the blitz that time and picks up Cobbins for a 1-yard gain.
Cobbins, 6 carries for 54 yards. He's going to get the pitch now. Going to go to his left now. Goes to his right up the middle.
Wow.
Well, I'll tell you what, if he could have stayed on his feet, he was done.
Yeah.
But he does fall flat around the 47, 46-yard line. We'll call it the 45.
Another one cut, too. A beautiful run. He follows his blocker to the left and then just sees the whole kind of an Emmitt Smith type run there to pick up another first down in the plus side of territory.
14 more yards for Cobbins. He's up to 68. Well on his way to a century mark. Nice pass. A lot of contact. We'll see. Flags stay in the pocket. But, boy, I'll tell you what, that was a lot of hand jousting right between those two receivers. The receiver and the cornerback.
Yep. A lot of hands and almost a kind of a miracle play there, Chris. Ball bounces off the helmet. Yeah, it bounces off the helmet of the defender that was getting kind of handsy, and another receiver was right there that had a little bit more air under it. That's 6. And
you see that a lot on Sunday where they just throw it up and hope for a flag.
Yeah, well, and almost got the flag. Not that time.
Cobbins, the handoff. Jukes, there's that juke. Now across the 40, got him by the back of the shirt. Not a horse collar, but down at the 40-yard line. And we have called Cobbins' name quite a bit so far tonight. That's his 8th carry for 72 yards. Cobbins in the backfield, 2 left, 1 right. Pedrati from the shotgun.
By the way, good student sections here tonight.
Tell you what, it sure is.
Bring the noise.
Trying to get that North crowd on their feet. Big stop here, 3rd and 5. Single step drop. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's going to be out right near the first down marker. Let's see if they give him a good spot, and they do. Right at the 40 or 35. It looks like they're going to go ahead and give him the...
That's going to be really close. They might have to measure that.
It kind of looked like he was out just shy, but...
Yeah, they might have to measure that.
300 feet away, so...
Whitehead gives him the first down.
Went ahead and gave it to him. I think they're taught to just go ahead and do it if it's, not that close. So a run for Pedrati.
I imagine that'd be different if it was in the 4th quarter. He might yell a little bit more for a measurement. Oh, my.
Cobbins, nowhere. Tackled by 4 Mustangs.
And Brock Anderson, the junior, leading the way from the defensive tackle position. Just blew it up there, and able to drop Cobbins for a -5. Now there's a little defense flowing for Blue Valley North. After getting pushed back on their heels a little bit, now they're working it.
Puts them back on the 40. Cobbins, backfield. Now they're going to move the tight end out to a receiver position. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Low snap. Now rolling right is Pedrati. Finds Cobbins at the 40. Shakes a tackler. Shakes another tackler with a spin move, and he's down about the 32-yard line.
And another
There's a flag on the play. Yeah,
another piece of laundry on the field. I mean, Cobbins can do it all. I mean, so far we've seen him catch them out of the backfield. Really good out of obviously getting the handoff, but man, his moves are smooth. And 5'8", 175 pounds, he kind of packs a low to the ground punch. You got to get lower than him, and that's a tough thing to do at 5'8".
See what the penalty call is. Pass interference. Now they want to talk about it a little bit
on
more.
A screenplay? Can you have pass interference on a screenplay?
It was a rolling. He rolled outside the pocket almost.
Yeah, and all the linemen are already downfield. So, they got to wave
call
that
it off.
Yeah, I mean, that's 100% of the time. When the linemen are already down the field, you're either going to get illegal man downfield or defensive holding. And that time you got neither one because they wanted to go pass interference. Can't do that on a screenplay, really.
So it's going to be 3rd down and, 7 we'll call it. They've got to get to the 25-yard line. Pedrati, low snap again. Now rolling to his left. Chased by 4 Mustangs. Going to turn on and make a nice little gain out of that. Pedrati.
He's going to be close.
Doing it with his legs.
Going to be really close, like literally the same amount of closeness as the last first down. See if they measure it this time, huh? Right on the 25 is where he went out. It's where the line judge was marking him.
And they gave it to him. 1st down.
Another 1st down. Bishop Miege putting together a pretty solid drive here so far. I mean, good starting field position helps, but they put together a good solid drive, picking up a couple of close 3rd downs and keeping the drive alive. 1st and 10 from the 25.
5:25 left to go in the half. Pedrati, handoff. Cobbins takes it 5 more. I mean, if it's working.
Yeah, might as well go back to it. Consistency and, keeping them off balance. I got to imagine they go to the air close here. I mean, it's 2nd down and 5. You have Cobbins in the backfield. You haven't really taken a deep shot yet as far as in this part of the field. Their touchdowns are 40 yards and 31 yards.
Cobbins again, looking for 5 more. Now he's going to get 10. Down to the 10 and down to the 9. Call it down to the 8 for Cobbins.
Another tough run. I mean, might as well ride him if you got him, right? So the junior getting his carries early on, had 1,294 yards last year and 15 touchdowns. So the junior showing out here. There's a lot of eyeballs on this game as the Division I number 1 overall QB, Graham Mertz, is on the other side.
Cobbins at 79 yards. Now he gets it another carry. Down to the 5, where he's put down, we'll call it the 6-yard line, gain of about 2. He'll be 2nd and goal.
That time a good defensive line push. Able to keep him to a minimal gain. I mean, as much as you can keep Cobbins to a minimal gain. And he's going to stay in. You got to imagine he's getting kind of winded. He has the hands on the hips.
12th carry for 81 yards. Looking for his 1st touchdown of the season. Pass play. Too low. Looks like that was intended for Philippe. Incomplete pass.
So now it gets dicey. You got a 3rd down and 5 to get to the end zone. You're down by 1. You have Cobbins in the backfield. Try to throw on 2nd downs to see if they go back to the ground here. You got Tripp set over to the right.
Cobbins off the right side, cuts the corner, touchdown. Just that easy for Bryson Cobbins. His 1st touchdown of the season, 6-yard scamper.
And a pretty well-designed play, too. I mean, you have 3 receivers to the right side, so you can get a variety of things out of that. You can have a double slant with a an arrow route to the corner, so you got to watch out for the pass too. But Cobbins on the pitch, they had the pulling right guard, and they ended up punching it in, 6-yard score, and the ever-important PAT in this game.
Springer. Kick is up. That kick is good. Actually, that was Pedrati again. So it's now going to be 20-14. As this tennis match now goes to the other side.
I know. It's
3:57 left to go in the quarter, or in the half.
Somebody hold serve, right?
Right.
I mean, at that point, so Blue Valley North knows this. It's kind of like in basketball, 24-second shot clock in the NBA, a 2-for-1, right? You have just under 4 minutes left in the half. You're going to get the ball coming back in the second half. Bishop Miege went down and scored on their first drive to take a 6-0 lead. So now you're going to effectively, unless you score too fast or you punt the ball, you get back-to-back possessions here and really take advantage of this game.
And it doesn't hurt when you have Mertz from the shotgun on your sideline.
Yeah, absolutely. 5 wide all day long for them.
$3:57 to go in the half. Bishop Miege 20, Blue Valley North 14.
By the way, 4 lead changes in the first half. Not counting the initial
you
score.
talk about basketball. That's you got to kind of track lead changes in basketball. You don't really track it in.
You don't track
football,
it in football.
do you?
Not right now. But
holy cow!
This game, I am. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I am.
Yeah,
because these two offenses, good defenses too. I mean, we've had some good defensive plays, but
a well played game all around.
2 state champs, right?
Yeah, I guess that's what you get. So this is Downing.
And a
flag.
Perfect.
It's going to be on the kicking team. Some sort of malfeasance happened, so they'll move them back 5 yards.
What was that word you just used?
Malfeasance? I have no idea what it means. I'm going to have to look it up at halftime.
I like that. I might have to adopt that.
Just making stuff up now.
Well, I think we've all been known during a broadcast to make up some words, so there you go.
You track lead changes. I'm going to track words that I made.
Track dictionaries.
Yeah.
Somebody check the thesaurus.
Somebody tweet me and let me know what the heck that word means.
Yeah, please.
Here we go one more time. Downing. Now from his 35. Low kick. Taken at the 12. Up to the near side. Got a lot of room to run, and he is pounded at the 35-yard line.
That's the starting linebacker, Dylan Downing. They're at 6'2", 229 pounds, and he's playing special teams.
Love it.
Love it. It's a pretty big boy running at you on the kickoff return.
Ball will be placed at the 36-yard line. The "We Got Spirit" chant just got owned by Blue Valley North. I mean, they.
Well, I think they caught Bishop Miege off guard.
Yeah,
there.
they might have done. That's
warning.
true. That's true.
Didn't give them much warning. I think here we go. They're going to get it back going.
Graham Mertz in an empty backfield, 2 to the left. Looks like trips to the right. Now picked up a block at the line. Mertz is going to dive forward to the 42. And that was a scheduled run play. That was a designed run play for Mertz, as that tight end position went and played lead block for him.
And Mikey Welsh there to make the stop again for the Stags. The junior linebacker, those two guys, him and Dylan Downing, they are a force in that 4-2-5 defense. And see if they go into more coverage here.
3:20 now left in the half. 20-14 Miege. North trying to answer. 2-step drop, crossing pattern. Incomplete. Just a little bit. Looks like the receiver maybe stutter-stepped a little bit.
Yeah.
Didn't run to where the ball was being thrown.
So this is what I was talking about, kind of a getting a shot for a shot, right? In basketball, 2 possessions. Now you're dealing with a 3rd and 5. Got to focus on getting a first down here. Otherwise, Bishop Miege can get the ball back. Still just over 3 minutes left in the half.
Trying to extend their lead. So, yeah, this is a big play. 3rd and 5. Mertz, 3 left, 2 right. He's been working out of an empty backfield most of the day.
And when they spread receivers like this, they tend to go QB draw, or they want to get something to the middle of the field. receivers found this continue to roll now under 3 minutes.
19 yards to be exact. Leading receiver for North is Sean Hendershot. He's got three catches for 24 yards.
Now they're taking their foot off the gas pedal a little bit, taking a step back, knowing there are a couple timeouts over there on that far sideline.
At least leak some clock a little bit. Two-step drop across the middle again. That's going to be picked off. Picked off at the 30-yard line. Still on his feet.
There it is. Dylan Downing, the guy who made the special teams play to start.
He's all over the place.
Gets the INT. Wow, what a defensive turnaround there. Mertz's first INT of the season. Dylan Downing, so far showing senior leadership. The 6'2", 229 linebacker. He's got special teams tackles. He's got normal tackles. He's blitzed the passer. And now he has an INT to his name in the first half. And Bishop Miege has 2:24 before that halftime buzzer. I imagine they're going to go for some points.
And takes it up to the 42-yard line. And now we'll see Pedrati and his offense go to work again. 2:24 in their own territory at the 42. Pedrati, handoff, Cobbins. Cobbins to the right side, sheds a tackler, out to the outside now, across the 50, trying to turn that last corner, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 45.
Bouncing it out. I mean, he is agile, as we've seen. Obviously, this is the first week of the season, but the young man showed some last year, sitting behind a couple of seniors. Still had over 1,200 yards as a sophomore, and man, can you imagine how much he's going to have this year?
12-yard carry puts him at 99 yards. Of course, that's unofficially. That's my math. So I mean, he might be at 210. You never know.
He could be, but now
Cobbins gets his number called again, and now he's going to give a couple of those yards back as he's going to be tackled about 3 yards shy of the line of scrimmage. I had to go and say something.
Well, you kind of got on him a little bit. Trying to find the number there. I think it's 32 for the Mustangs. Tim Foster again there on the stop. Driving him back 3 yards as they're going to take a timeout with 2 minutes left in the first half.
We'll step away for 30 seconds. We'll be right back as Miege on top 20-14. 2 minutes to go in the half.
Get rid of that back and neck pain today. Westwood Chiropractic has been relieving Kansas City residents of pain for decades. Dr. Ken Downing has over 30 years' experience. Call anytime at 913-432-5678 or visit westwoodchiropractickKC.com. Westwood Chiropractic, health and wellness for the whole family.
Hey, it's hard for us to break news here on
breaking
on a high school game. Malfeasance. I actually used it right. It's short for wrongdoing.
Yeah. Eugene's out there watching it.
On the incomplete pass, that's going to be pass interference.
Little bit of contact on the screenplay.
Yeah, when the receiver is completely turned around backwards, it's typically something you're going to draw a flag for.
And there's another flag over on the far hash. See if they're offsetting here, because I didn't see what happened on the far side. Couple of flags. We know what the first one is, the one where the play was at. Now what's the second one on the far side?
I'll tell you what, this game has certainly lived up to its billing so far. I mean, you got two state champs on the field, the Class 4A champion Miege and the Class 6 champion. Illegal receiver downfield on the offense and pass interference on the defense. They'll offset and we'll replay the down. So,
last year, Blue Valley North only got 14 points on this Miege team. So they're doing all right.
Yeah,
to get to halftime and they have 14. Possibly more. There's still 154 left in the half. But, it's been a great ball game. Miege scored 33 last year. Beat them 33-14 over at Miege. So, a heck of a game so far.
I get the sense that this is going to be a one-score ball game most of the way
coming down
through.
the stretch. Who's got the ball last?
It's all going to depend on Sam Pedrati and his offense as he's from the shotgun now, takes a one-step drop. Pocket collapses around him. He's going to run past the 45 to the 40, dives across the 40-yard line to the 38-yard line. Nice little run. It's going to be 2 yards shy, but that's some improvisation that he was able to do and
been
make something out of nothing.
Yeah, been impressed so far with his escapability.
That's another big word. That's a $3 word
That's
there.
a $3 word.
Your dad looked that one up.
I'll take that in ones, please. Escapability. A man getting out of the pocket.
There you go.
That's what the football dictionary
C.
says.
Pedrati, comma Sam. I think they're going to call a timeout and try to figure something out. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. We'll be right back here on 810varsity.com. Hope you're enjoying the Sunflower Kickoff. Bishop Miege 20, Blue Valley North 14. Coming out of a timeout, 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go in the first half, and we have a barn burner on our hands. Bishop Miege 20, Blue Valley North 14, as these two state champions face off to kick off their seasons. North has really played well. They trail by 6. Miege with the ball, trying to put another couple of points up on the scoreboard before halftime. North will have the ball coming out of the locker room.
And I imagine coming out of a timeout, try and exploit something deep. It's 3rd and 3. You might want to take a
Robbins to the left side.
Oh, pardon me. That was Agnew Witten there in the back.
There you go. That was Agnew Witten for sure.
I can tell by the blue sleeve there.
There you go. That's enough for a first down. Takes it to the 33. Gain of 4 for Agnew Witten. He's quietly putting together a little bit of a game. It's caught on the far side.
One of the prettiest of throws.
No, it was not. Is that Agnew Witten again?
That's Wesley Philippe.
Oh, Philippe. There we go.
Another big play for him. They just go up top. I mean, it wasn't a great throw, but instead, it's first down and 10.
Down to the red zone. Ball at the 12. Hand off Cobbins. Cobbins shuts a tackler into the end zone. Bryson Cobbins. Holy cow, you talk about that first step, and you just saw it right there.
Yep, as quick as it gets on the outside, and he finds pay dirt here before the half. You know, that's key for Bishop Miege. Blue Valley North gets the ball coming out of halftime. Now it's a 26-14 game. The Stags are up. Massive, massive drive there for the Stags.
26-14 now. Kick is up and good. Makes it 27. 27-14. Miege on top of North. But this has truly been a tennis match, so I think it's going to take another couple of scores for Miege to try to take over the driver's seat in this one. But I'll tell you what, that was a huge score right before the half.
Yeah, massive score. And, Philippe has had a quiet game, too. I mean, he had the first touchdown of the game, 40-yard touchdown, and then another significant pickup there to get him in Cobbins range is what we might have to call the red zone now for the Stags. It's going to be all Cobbins inside the 20. And it paid off there with a 12-yard scamper and a score. PAT's good after the first little mess up there. And it's 27-14. 50 seconds left. 5 wide the whole time. I mean,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, don't put anything past a Big Ten quarterback here. You talked about Philippe. He's got 3 balls for 67 yards and a TD. Daniel Jackson has their other receiving touchdown. He's got 2 for 35. Leading rusher is Cobbins for 111 on 15 carries. He's the only one over the century mark. Leading rusher for Blue Valley North, on the other hand, is Mertz with 25. So definitely run game versus pass game in this one.
So far.
And it's that run game that's really been opening up that passing game. And or the passing game opening up the running game, however you want to look at it.
Sure.
So,
well balanced is what they've been in the first half.
Downing to kick. He's kicked a couple of wobblers. That was a nice high kick Going to be taken at the 8 to the near side. Now he's going to go straight up the middle to the 28-yard line.
Good solid return.
And we'll see Mertz and his offense one more time.
Only 71 yards to go. 45 seconds. It's possible. Seen
Anything's
crazier things
possible with
happen.
that kid, you bet.
Well, especially high school football. I mean, it's so unpredictable.
At halftime, we'll bring you some halftime stats. I think we might have an interview, although we may not.
TBD.
45-yard in the air pass. Holy cow.
Yep, had him and wanted it all. Went for it on the first play. I mean,
certainly took the air out of the crowd, that's for sure.
Yep, that's Amari Pasek-Hickson again. He's had a pretty good game, the senior.
Absolutely.
That one just goes through his hands. He wanted it all.
Mertz, 11 for 20 for 141 yards and a touchdown. He's going to do it again. And some contact, but I think there wasn't enough contact to really interfere. So maybe 2 tries at that play.
Maybe not what coach wanted. You know, I don't know. Maybe Andy Sims called, hey, just reach down the left side.
Call the play again.
Yep, go again.
This is Sandlot football now. Hey, you run down to the bus, turn around.
Yeah.
I'm going to fake it to you.
Yeah, hey, just go to the tuba. We got the tuba down there on the far end.
Always go to the tuba.
I think if they go to the tuba, they'd be pretty happy with 32 seconds left.
32 to go, trailing by 13. Mertz, empty backfield. He's been empty all day. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 3-step drop. Quick pass to the sidelines just to get that first down. That's incomplete. So 3 strikes in a row for Graham Mertz. And 28 to go. You got to kick it here.
Yep, into the wind.
Because
dangerous return.
You don't want to turn it over with this number 1 ranked offense. Kicker is Springer.
Oh boy, bad
direction kick. That is not a good kick. That's going to be
a first down with that.
So Miege, 22 seconds to go. It's going to be ball at the 35.
It's a net of 5 yards, Chris.
It's not great.
It's certainly not great. Well analyzed there.
Thank you.
Like that.
Thank you.
Next level.
No, I'm telling you.
Not great.
I mean,
I like the confidence you said it with, though.
You know, it was definitely not great. Net of 7 yards on the kick. Here comes Miege. Tell you what, start of the game so far has been Pedrati. He is just doing it all. 7 for 11 for 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. Got 6 carries for 47 yards.
And I didn't think it was going to happen.
Ain't too shabby.
But if they get another score, it could be the score of last year's game before the end of the first half.
Holy cow. Low snap, Pedrati. Now going to rush it. Off to the right side, picks up a big block. Across the 25, out of bounds at just shy of the 20.
Big block down the field. Another quarterback run. He picks up another, 15 yards?
Absolutely.
So, Pedrati showing out here in the first half, and they're right on the edge of the red zone at the 22. 13 seconds left.
Pedrati got a lot of weapons here. Fakes a pass. Now throws to the corner. Overthrows, but there is going to be a flag on the play intended for Philippe. And they're going to call a holding penalty at about the 8.
8 seconds left. Now you're in that Cobbin zone again. I mean, do you run the ball? Not one timeout left. Depends on how fast the run is.
Now we told you we didn't know what to expect at halftime. I've not just been informed that the infamous Jeremy Crabtree is going to be here.
Call into your IFB, huh?
Calling
I felt you do the ear touch there, Chris. Got called in.
Wake the kids, phone the neighbors, guys. We're going to talk high school football, recruiting, maybe a little Graham Mertz, Jeremy
Possibly,
Crabtree. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that Mustang guy in the puffy mascot costume we can talk about.
Here, let's see if I can get a shot of this guy.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
There's a mascot for you.
Puffy mascot and Jeremy Crabtree coming up at halftime on 810varsity.com. Chad's probably sitting in his couch going, I'm paying for this?
Yeah,
what are we doing here?
Doing, guys?
8 seconds to go in the half. First and 10 from the 12. Pedrati probably got time for one more play, and then you turn it over to high school kickers, which is always kind of an adventure in and of its own. Looks like they're going to actually line up for no, they're going to.
So that timeout was Blue Valley North's. So they still have, Bishop Miege still has one timeout with 8 seconds. So if you want to run Cobbins, you can. You just can't get caught up.
Still got a timeout left.
Can't get caught up.
3 to the left side, 1 to the right side. Pedrati from the shotgun. Going to go for the end zone. Going to go for the corner.
Ooh.
Overthrows his intended receiver. And there you can line up for a kick, I would think. Here comes the kicking team.
Quarterback stays on the field to kick.
Well, sure.
The beauty of high school football.
He's your holder.
No, he's your kicker.
I mean, he's your kicker. That's what I meant.
Pedrati could be the all-time leading scorer by the end of, not all-time, but this season's leading scorer for the Stags.
I don't see any problem with that. Pedrati lines it up, kicks it, low kick, end over end. Looks like it's going to go wide to the left. And that is how the first half is going to end. Bishop Miege, 27, Blue Valley North, 14. Stick around at halftime. We'll have some interviews. We'll have some statistics. And we'll have just some shenanigans, general overall shenanigans as we take it into halftime. We'll be right back here on 810varsity.com.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home.
Bishop Miege, 20, Valley North, the home team, 14.
Post, and he is out for the rest of the game. So we'll have to see how Sam Pedrati's offense recovered. They had one real bad one that turned into a score, and then North has had 4 for 35 and turnovers. Let me see if I can find turnovers on this thing. 1 for Miege and 2 obviously for North. One of those turned into a score for Miege. So we're getting ready to kick off the second half. We thank Jeremy Crabtree. You know he's a big dude, like an important dude when he walks up here with 2 phones.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I mean, that's...
Now, the double fist
that's
in the
big
phone
league stuff.
is big
yeah,
time.
the double fist in the phone is really...
Something else.
I mean...
Do you bow with that?
I don't know why they're letting this game out on the internet for free, quite honestly, with the entertainment value that we are getting here.
You mentioned $3. I'd take $3.
$3. We've had some big words. We've had all kinds of shenanigans
words.
going on. North will get the ball to start the second half. Tell you what, let's take a minute worth of commercials. We'll be right back here on 810varsity.com.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Get rid of that back and neck pain today. Westwood Chiropractic has been relieving Kansas City residents of pain for decades. Dr. Ken Downing has over 30 years' experience. Call anytime at 913-432-5678 or visit westwoodchiropractickKC.com. Westwood Chiropractic, health and wellness for the whole family.
Just wrapping up halftime festivities. I'll tell you what, that Blue Valley North band, that's about the loudest marching band I think I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, no, they're getting there. That's one of those things.
Or the press box is angled just so that every bell of those horns kind of comes right in here. Well, I was blown away. That was a great job by them.
Pretty loud.
Your halftime score, Miege 27, Blue Valley North, the Mustangs 14. North will have the ball to start the second half. Wind's kind of picked up a little bit, still moving from... looks like right to left on your television dial, your YouTube dial.
South and north in real life.
Sure, let's go with that.
In real life.
If you want to be, if you're a maritime sailor.
Sure.
There you are.
Do people not know north anymore?
I'm sure.
I don't know.
I'm sure Tim Spurl doesn't spout these kinds of words on his Game of the Week broadcast. That's probably why he's doing the Game of the Week broadcast. I have no idea. North heads out to the field. Back to receive. And ready to kick off. 27-14. North really, their backs were kind of against the wall here with that late score by Miege at the end of the second quarter.
Got to go down and score. You want to keep the momentum somehow on this home field. Got to go down and score.
Booming kick with the wind. Going to go end over end at the 8. Up to the 30.
Good speed, good blocking, good starting field position. A little limp there coming out of Khalil Allen, one of the beneficiaries of a fumble recovery in the first half. Garrett Mertz coming out in the second half. You know, living up to the name, the recruitment, the commitment to Wisconsin. And see if he can put a couple scores up on the board, make this one an interesting one. Back to a one-score game.
Absolutely. Ball at the 32. Just underway in the second half. Here comes Blue Valley North, the Mustangs. Had a 9-4 record last season. Lost their first 3. And I would say that they were able to recover just very nicely. He was rattling off 5 wins in the playoffs.
Yeah, 6A state championship's not too bad.
Handoff. Only the second handoff so far in this ball game.
You wonder why? The entire defensive line for Bishop Miege.
Yeah, absolutely. That didn't go very far.
All 3 of those guys there. 4 of those guys, I should say.
I think we had Ethan Vlasic on that carry, and he lost 2 yards. Now Mertz, empty backfield. It's like he's got 3 to the right side, 2 to the left. That's been pretty much the look he's had in the first half. Had a real shaky first quarter, and then certainly showed his arm strength. It's a ball. It's a fumbled snap.
Miege says they have it.
Miege saying they have it, and they do. A fumbled snap to Mertz. And Miege is going to recover, and that is a dagger right there. Recovered at the 25.
Mertz is not happy about it.
And Mertz does not want to leave the field.
Yeah, it says he was clearly on the ground with something, and well, now he's still pleading his case all the way to the sideline.
I'm not sure they're going to really care.
Yeah, not sure they're doing anything about it.
So the ball will be at the 31-yard line for Miege. And Sam Pedrati, who has looked every ounce as good as Mertz today. Pass out to the flat. Nice juke move over the 20 to the 15, pushed out of bounds.
Oh, boy.
That was ridiculous.
Somebody pick up his ankles, please. That was nuts. On the outside. Nice pitch and catch. Nice and easy. Can't catch the number from here on the receiver, but, man, picking it up, and unfortunately there's going to be a flag down on the field. A holding call is going to bring it back.
Oh, that's a killer. That was a beautiful. I think that was Philippe out there on the far side. But it is. It's going to be called back. And that'll put it back to the 31. But you've got
Have the win in the fourth. So that helps. A full left going up the middle, and it's going to be a sack. Two Bishop Miege guys there. First sighting of Jalen Williams there, the senior defensive end. Comboed there with 71 Sean Ryan. He had a fumble recovery earlier in the game. It's going to set up a 3rd and 5 with 8:15 to go here. They're going to go back to the huddle.
I think we had stepped away just for a second, a little technical difficulties. We're at 8:08 now left to go in the third quarter. Miege on the prowl here as they are now inside the red zone. And Mertz, they're trying to get back into this one. They trail.
Going to move them back another 5.
Yep.
Man, these are costly. At this point, it's, you can't just do a hitcher out here to get a first down. Yeah, Mertz coming all the way over to the sideline to get the calls there from Andy Sims.
So a 5-yard penalty there. Takes it back to the 17-yard line. Call it a 3rd and 10. Mertz from an empty backfield. 3-step drop across the middle.
Oh, boy.
Calling for a flag, and he's not going to get it. Nam through his arms.
That's another great throw. I mean, that's hate to say it's kind of cliche for him, but it's a Division I type throw. 4th down and 10. Looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. I don't know why you wouldn't. Trailing 33-14 with 7 and some change to go here in the third. It's a big play. Can't understate it.
Mertz traveled to the sideline, picked up his play, now huddles with his team. He'll go empty backfield. Tight formation, trips to the left side. Mertz, under coverage, sacked, turnover on downs.
Guess who?
Your guy.
Dylan Downing.
Downing.
The kicker, the linebacker, he's done it all. He's got an INT tonight. Now it's a sack for a turnover on downs. And that's not good for Blue Valley North.
So Miege will take over on downs. 33-14 they lead. 7:26 left to go in the third quarter.
Maybe not exactly what we were anticipating after the one-possession game for most of the first half, but just shows that possession late in the first half for Bishop Miege, where they got to 27-14. It's paid big here for them.
Handoff. Cobbins. Up the middle, gain of about 3.
I imagine we're going to be hearing that call a lot here in the second half here, Chris. Hand it off, run some clock. Don't have to go to the air if you don't have to. You're up by 19. 7 minutes and some change going, and looks like there's another stag on the ground. And that one might be Cobbins.
Cobbins took it up to the 28-yard line. And while he's being tended to, let's step away for 30 seconds here on 810varsity.com. Back inside Blue Valley District Athletic Stadium. Miege with the ball at their own 30-yard line. Pedrati to the far side. Completion near the sticks.
Looks like it's going to be Deontay Parker taking the place of, just went off to the sideline, Bryson Cobbins. And now Tyquez Agnew-Witten coming into the game for him in the backfield. Cobbins had a heck of a night tonight. Doesn't mean he's done, but, you know, obviously with the way it is right now, you want to keep him healthy, depending upon what that injury was just a few minutes ago.
They did give him a first down. So we get a new set of downs here for Miege, and they are going to be in no hurry at all.
Might as well hang out.
Leading 33-14. They're going to suck some air out of the ball. We're going to have two wide receivers to the left side, one to the right. And Downing in the backfield. It's completed to the near side.
It's a good open field tackle there. Marco Collins on the outside, kind of getting put on an island. Beautiful tackle. And the swing play turns into 5 yards and a second down and 5 for the Stags, but nice open field tackle.
Ball just across the 40-yard line. Gain of 5 on that pass. And it does look like they've substituted some second-teamers here. That's going to be a pitch and a gain of probably about 2.
Got to wonder how long Agnew-Witten's going to play both sides of the ball, too. I mean, that's getting some carries with Cobbins over on the sideline, but the starting free safety's had a good night out there on defense as well. Getting a carry there, and once again taking some air out of the ball, some time off the clock. Just 5 minutes left here in the third quarter and facing a 3rd down and 5.
That was Agnew-Witten's third carry. He's got 11 yards on the day. He remains in the backfield, 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left side. Pedrati has certainly played very, very well. He drops back 3 steps, and he's going to be dropped for a loss of about 7.
And a little momentum there. I mean, 44, that's Reed Spockman, the defensive end. He's a junior, not in the official starters, but the substitution coming in, getting a big-time sack, causing a 4th down and 14. I imagine we'll see a punt here, and you guessed it, Dylan Downing going to be the punter.
Your guy.
I mean, I'm not sure if you can call him my guy, but dude's been everywhere tonight.
He has been all over the field.
You got to appreciate a guy that can hustle, right?
He's going to be waving cars out on...
directing traffic, making sure everybody gets home
after
safely.
The game, absolutely.
I imagine that traffic gets pretty hairy.
So it'll be pretty good ball position. That's going to be a bounding ball. Good punt, though. My goodness. Booming punt, and they're going to call it off. No, they're going to go ahead and catch it at the 25, and maybe they should have just called it off. Gain of about 4.
You know, you start to see some of these guys that could be in the works for Bishop Miege on special teams. That was Nico Barber. He's a junior, wide receiver, defensive back is how he's listed, but shot down the field, nice open field tackle, and now the Mustangs go back to work at the 30.
70 yards. They still need a score. They trail 33-14 in the third quarter, 3:53 left to go in the quarter, and they're running out of minutes with just a little under 16 minutes left to go. They certainly have some more work to do, but Graham Mertz is at the helm. He is in the shotgun formation, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. That looks like Detmer in the backfield. And we were talking about it before the game. We have reached the time of night where you absolutely cannot see the numbers from the press box.
Yeah, I think that's Pasek Hickman, or Hickson there.
Yep, you're right.
I think so. That might be an 8.
Another handoff.
Handoff. Wait, for Blue Valley? No.
I know, right?
You're right. No, you looked up.
I was like,
no,
I don't know. I honestly could have been wrong. You never know.
No, it's just it's a weird thing to hear you say handoff.
I know. Well, I mean, if the passing game isn't working, almost a fumbled snap there, but Mertz is just going to say, I'm going to go straight forward with it, and he gets another carry.
Well, the center, he was going to get an offsides call. So instead, Mertz just had to bound up the middle. There was no flag. Accepted. Well, that's a big one. 24, hey, what'd I say? Nico Barber, the guy that goes down and makes a special teams play. We apologize for the technical difficulty there, but he comes up, a tip up in the air, and an interception for Nico Barber. 33-14.
That's his third interception for the game, as it was recovered by Barber right at midfield.
So Mertz has 3 on the night.
Mertz has 3. Yeah,
he had 6 all last season.
Let me confirm that, but I think so.
I think that's right. I think you're right on the money.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, had 6 all of last year. So a rough night for him. Maybe just more of a head nod off to Bishop Miege's defense.
3-step drop, long pass. Nice coverage on that play.
I mean, yeah, there are definitely some bright spots here for the defending 6A state champions. That one there was Stephon Camp on the far side corner. He's actually playing at strong side safety there. Coming all the way over to make that play, and solid play out of the secondary for him.
Tight formation now. Still from the shotgun. It's going to be a handoff. Up the middle to the... Oh, man, he had one man to beat, and he got tripped up at the 30.
That one's Deontay Parker.
Deontay Parker.
The junior. Getting some time behind Cobbins. They're both juniors. You can see a burst of speed out of Deontay Parker there.
Tripped up at the 31, gain of 19. And now some of the guys not named Pedrati, or not named Cobbins, are now getting some yards. Another handoff up the middle, now to the left side. Another one for Parker. Give him 8 more.
And now this drive is getting dangerously close to the end of the third quarter. 1:45 here to go. They started a ways back, and they have taken every second of the play clock, and play clock just started. It's at 23. See if they take up a majority of it.
Route to the outside.
Nice open field tackle again. That's the thing, is it's good to see, and this is at any level of football, but clean tackling. We haven't seen any leading with the helmet tonight. We haven't seen any 15-yard penalties on that instance. So a good clean game. Coach is doing the right thing, teaching them how to tackle, and good open field tackling there.
Another first down. Parker still in at running back. We're getting word that Cobbins is a little dinged up. Probably will not return. And that's Agnew-Witten up the middle.
And you wonder, I mean, you wouldn't want him to come back in the instance that it is right now. It's 33-14.
Yeah, there's really no reason unless it starts to get closer or something. But I'll tell you what, their backups are doing just fine. We got a man on the ground. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll be right back here on 810varsity.com.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
33-14 your score. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Bishop Miege overcoming a couple of key injuries. Jackson, their receiver, and Cobbins, their primary primary ball carrier, both out right now. But they are kind of in take your time mode here as they are matriculating down the field, and they're at the 15. It'll be a 2nd and 5.
That's a good word.
Thank you.
Matriculation.
That's a good football word,
the second half going here. I
Absolutely.
feel like we need a little boost here. It was a little
betcha.
closer in the first half, so a little matriculation going.
2 wide receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Going to be a handoff. And tackle, looks like that's Agnew Witten once again. No, wait a second. That's Deontay Parker.
And
8s and 1s are kind of running together for me now.
Well, and that's okay. We're a ways up here. Kendall Hargens there on the stop. Listed as the backup quarterback for Graham Mertz.
Just inside the 15-yard line. Call it the 14. 3rd and 4. 22 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Miege trying to get on the board and extend their 33-14 lead. It'll be drugged down for a sack.
That time there, it's Khalil Watson, the senior defensive lineman. He's also listed as a backup offensive lineman. Good sack there, and looks like they're going to take it to the end of the third quarter. 4s are in the air, and it's, right now it's a 19-point ball game.
We'll step away as we get ready for the fourth quarter. We'll put our 4 fingers up in the air. We'll be right back here in 30 seconds here on 810varsity.com.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Make sure to tune in tomorrow night to 810 Sports Radio and 810varsity.com, where you'll hear Blue Valley versus St. Thomas Aquinas, the number 5 and number 3 ranked teams in the 810 top 25. You'll hear my man Tim Spurl and your man Jeremy Crabtree on the call.
So
I can't hang with anybody that's got 2 phones. That's too much.
So he's my man now.
Yeah, he is.
I met Jeremy a couple hours ago. He seems like a nice guy. Automatically my man. I'll take it. I like it. He seriously is. Both phones are glowing right now, so that's great.
He's got, man, it's an I thought I had a lot of wires and cables and plugs and stuff.
Well, you do.
Well, I do.
You have enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good, though.
All right, Miege trying to get on the board one more time. 33-14. They lead. Long drop. Man open in the end zone. They're going to call it incomplete. It looked like the ball hit the ground. Boy, I'll tell you what, it was a nice pass.
That was a 4th down, too. So a big stop for North. They've tried him all night long. It's the man that made a great open field tackle earlier, Marco Collins, there on the defense and getting his offense back the ball. Only, down 19. Crazier things have happened.
Might as well. Absolutely.
You have Graham Mertz.
You have Graham Mertz.
You have a Big Ten commit.
I mean, if I'm drafting, we're saying a lot drafting football players. I'm going to go ahead and draft Graham Mertz first.
Well,
that's just what I'm going to do.
Okay, so if you take him 1, I'll take Dylan Downing 2.
Fine. I got Cobbins.
Oh, boy.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're stacking the deck now.
Well, yeah. Let's leave it at that.
They're going to leave the running back in the backfield for Mertz. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. 3-step drop now over to the corner here. He's got his man, Pesic Hickson. No, correction. Sorry, Roberts.
Tell you what, I know the score isn't great right now, but you can see Mertz, the second he gets that ball out of his hand, the spiral is tight. It's a 10-yard out there for a 1st down, a little bit of extra yardage on the yards after catch. But
he's got poise. He looked like he had a little happy feet in the first quarter, and he's really calmed down.
Yeah,
he's settled in, and he's just going to tuck that one and run as the pocket collapses around. This is still high school football, so you're not working with a Big Ten offensive line here. And those things are going to happen. But he's certainly shown a lot of confidence and poise from the shotgun today as he gets sacked for a loss of a yard.
Well, and a lot of big games still coming up for them on the schedule. I mean, they have Blue Valley next week. talked about that. The rematch of the playoffs from last year. So a lot to look forward to in the season. They might be down right now, but this is one of the losses they had last year as well.
Low snap. Now they empty the backfield. Roberts again. They've connected the last couple of times.
Everybody gets a hitch route. Chris?
You get a hitch route. I get a hitch route.
Everybody gets a hitch route. Everybody enjoying that left side there. They're working it. They've been working it the whole second half.
They're working the left side on the other side, too.
He wanted to do it again.
Now he's going to run it. Slide down. Close to a first down. I think he got it.
And
that's what I'm talking about. He knows exactly where the sticks are, knows exactly where he needs to run to.
And I don't know what other quarterbacks Wisconsin has coming in next year, but, you got to believe at 6'4", 215, it'll be different for him because he'll come in from a spread offense. Wisconsin typically likes to get under center and, run I formation in the Big Ten. It'll be a difference for him, but, obviously he has the size and the arm to do it at that level. He obviously doesn't hand the ball off often. He doesn't get under center often. So those will be little learning curves for him.
Was it the Big Ten that somebody called old man football? Is that?
Yeah.
I think that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just 3 yards and cloud of dust. 3 yards and cloud of dust. Yeah. Air it out. Maybe this signals something different for the Badgers.
Yeah. Well, and he had offers from just about everywhere. On the Elite 81 list that he's the number one quarterback on. He had calls from Alabama and you name it, he had it. And he didn't pick a spread school. He picked Wisconsin. So to me, that says something about he wants to go play ball at the highest level, so he needs to get under center a little bit. And, he has the talent to go do it in the Big Ten.
Roberts in motion. Now he lines up 4 to the right side now. Still going to go to his left side. A little fade. Well, that was pretty, but it was out of bounds.
We're going to blame that one on the wind.
Intended for Burt there. Yeah, that wind kind of took that one. It's blowing straight into our faces. So,
yep. Little breeze.
He has not been able to connect with Burt. Burt had a bunch of good catches earlier.
Yeah, the hitch routes.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a hitch route, remember?
Right.
And, in the first half he had a couple drops. Burt's had one drop earlier on, and it's been an up and down night for Burt's. Obviously he's going to be their guy that they go to a lot this season. They have some talented wide receivers, both squads do here, but Burt's, not the best night for him.
Burt lines up on the right side. Fake the pass, now rolling left. Now he's in trouble. Now he's going to try to just throw it up, and that's something that they're going to have to watch. Although they do get the flag. It looks like there's going to be, on the defense, they're going to get that pass interference call. Well, that was fortunate, too, because that was a broken play, and he almost threw it into 3 different Miege stags there.
And Miege's calling for the tip, and I'm not sure they're going to get it. It will be a defensive pass interference if they determine it didn't get tipped. And they get it.
Yeah, they went ahead and gave it to him.
Stag's defense not super happy about that.
That's a big play because that takes them all the way across midfield to the 42-yard line.
Still looking for a score here.
Absolutely. They were scoreless in the third quarter. 33-14, under 10 minutes to go. Mertz, empty backfield. 3 right, 2 left. Barking out coverages. Now a nice strong throw to the outside. Sheds his tackler across the 25. He drug out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
I think there's Burt again.
Yep, absolutely.
Out route, getting him going a little bit. The combo there was huge. The second receiver on the trip side ran the out route, and then the outside receiver ran a slant route. Some people call that a rub route because as he caught the ball, he kind of slipped behind his blocker or other receiver and able to pick up another first down. They're knocking on the door of the red zone for the first time in a while.
The 22, 1st and 10, under 9:41 left to go. We'll give him his running back, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Going to hand it off this time. Now he's got all kinds of room to run across the 25, or 15 rather, down to the 12. And that's, you just pass it every down, and you're going to have some runs.
Yeah.
You're going to have some room to do it.
And another, it's a good run play. I mean, good for them, getting it going a little bit. I think I heard the crowd cheer a little bit louder on that play. I think they like the run every now and then. I think they also like first downs, but a rare run play sets them up 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line.
We'll give that run to Detmer, and it's going to be Mertz coming back into the huddle here. 1st and 10 on the 12. Have to get to the 2 or the goal line. Mertz with a really hard count. Little shovel pass up the middle.
Little Tim
intended for
Tebow-esque.
Detmer.
They used to run
Yeah,
that
it was.
play
It was a little thing there.
Yeah, a little shovel forward. They used to. It wasn't like a pure option with the shovel pass option as well, but that time just a pure shovel. Had things going, had his guy, but in and out of the hand seems to be a little bit of a common theme.
Unofficially tonight, Mertz, 19 for 37 for 248 and a touchdown. He's trying to get his second of the game here. He sets up in the backfield with 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. The running back is Detmer. 3-step drop, going to throw to the corner. Nice, pretty fade route. He's got the ball. Touchdown! Touchdown! Blue Valley North. What a beautiful fade pass that was out to the corner.
I mean, you don't get a much prettier ball there. Danny Nam, the recipient of the touchdown. You can put it in one spot, and that's the garbage can. It's the drill that they do in summer camp. You work on the throw as a quarterback, obviously. Going to that back corner, trying to drop it in a bucket, and he did it. Touchdown for the Mustangs, and it's now going to be 33-20, pending an extra point.
Springer for the extra point. It's up, and that one's good. So 33-21. We said they needed a score, and they have scored. Now they trail by 12 with just under 9 minutes to play in the game. Now the defense has got to, quite frankly, they got to recover the ball. They got to force the turnover.
Yeah, they do. I mean, and here's the thing: Bishop Miege is down 2 of their best guys. We say their best guys. They were very big contributors early on, and so with Cobbins possibly out, but to be determined. We saw him walk off earlier, and then Jackson, who had a touchdown earlier in the first half. It could be a good time to get a turnover. Less weapons means more possibility for trouble.
Absolutely. They've had to go to their second team in a couple of spots. Trailing by 12. 2 scores here. And you're going to see the no-hurry offense from Bishop Miege. They are taking their sweet time even getting on the field.
Yeah,
Clock's not even running.
Yeah, you don't get it often, right?
Right.
The slowdown, Bishop Miege. Take your time.
Well, I mean, we've seen drives that have taken a minute and a half on both sides. And so now they got to play the slow game.
And they're you can see there are 9 Stags there within the first 10 to 20 yards from the kick, because obviously you got to be worried about the onside kick. Now it's 10 guys, only 1 guy deep for Bishop Miege.
And that is Khalil. Let's see, that is... well, that looks like Cobbins. Maybe he's back into the game.
It does somewhat look like Cobbins, yeah.
Onside kick attempt, fielded perfectly by Miege, and down at the 49-yard line.
That one there. Number 19, Hudson Bentley, the wide receiver. 6'2" senior. The guy there to scoop up the ground ball. Got to have your best hands on the hands team.
Got your hands, team.
And that was it. Able to pick it up, and now it's good starting field position just on the 49 of their own side. But like you said, can't imagine they're in much of a hurry, but 3 timeouts for each side.
Now, Cobbins does not return in at running back, so looks like that's going to be Parker. And Parker will take the ball right up the middle to the 40. Now down at the 36-yard line.
How about the other junior? A little burst of speed there for Deontay Parker. Quietly having a good game. You mentioned him a couple times earlier on. Another Mustang down. He needs a little bit of help up, but they've already whistled the trainer out. Going to take a quick injury.
Yep, we'll step away for 30 seconds. 33-21. North still trying to pull back into this one. 8:45 left to go in the ballgame. We'll be right back here on 810varsity.com.
Get rid of that back and neck pain today. Westwood Chiropractic has been relieving Kansas City residents of pain for decades. Dr. Ken Downing has over 30 years' experience. Call anytime at 913-432-5678 or visit westwoodchiropractickKC.com. Westwood Chiropractic, health and wellness for the whole family.
Bishop Miege leads Blue Valley North 33-21. The Stags over the Mustangs. 8:45 to go in the game as Miege now has the ball. And it'll be interesting to see if they go ahead and just keep the pedal down or they try to let it out a little bit. I think they'll do probably a little bit of both. Pedrati from the shotgun. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. 3-step drop. Now he's going to move up and try to run with it. I think he'll be down right about the original line of scrimmage. No sack there, but no gain on the play.
Good defensive line push. It seems a little later on in the game. They've been able to get to him a little bit. The Bishop Miege offensive line may be wearing down a little bit, but even I guess I haven't noticed till just now, Chris, that Bishop Miege offensive line is massive.
Yeah, they're huge.
Just looking at this side, big kids.
They're big kids. For Pedrati today, he's got 8 carries for 60 yards and 10 of 17 passing. He's going to hand that one off to Parker. Parker to the left side, still going to get nowhere. So that defense definitely doing their job now. It's 3rd down.
3rd down and a long 10.
A long 10.
And 8 minutes and counting now here in the 4th quarter. It's a big 3rd down. You got to believe the home crowd believes they can still come back and win this, only down 12.
Throwing into the wind. I'm not super thrilled about putting the ball in the air. Probably keep it on the ground, but you're out of field goal range in a high school game. So let's see what they do here. Quick route to the outside. Just going to get a couple more yards, but he does go out of bounds. I would have liked to have seen him stay in down at the 32.
And it looks like the far line judge told the clock to keep running. I don't know if they've adopted the rule where if you're going backwards out of bounds, it continues to run. But that far line judge, I mean, maybe coach is over there screaming in his ear, hey, keep that clock running. Just out of habit did it. But the clock's running just down to 7 minutes now, and it's a 4th down and 6 they're going to go for.
As soon as I think I have the rules figured out, they start going and changing them. Right? So
of course.
Maybe we can get Crabtree back next week, and he can explain to us what a catch is.
He wasn't very amused with that one. He's still up there with a
pooch kick. It's going to be down. Somebody touched it.
I think the defensive back just out of flinching did it.
Yeah. I don't understand how these kids don't know to not touch the ball.
Wasn't the prettiest pooch kick I've ever seen. That was interesting. Into the wind. A quarterback that's a point-after attempt kicker, but not a punter. Maybe we saw one.
Yeah, we're just going to say that. Just forget that.
Pedrati's had a good game. We'll just leave it at that.
Really has, yeah.
He's had a good game. The wind's starting to pick up, and, I mean, you have the wind behind you. You have a Division I guy and Graham Mertz, so you might as well. Down 12, 6:42 to go.
Well, Mertz trails by 12. He's got to get the length of the field here. He's going to start at the 24. And I think you're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit over the next 6 minutes and 42 seconds. If you're Blue Valley North, you're going to start airing it out. God, what a rocket to the 30-yard line. My goodness.
And then to be able to catch it, too, on the far side, that was great. Can't see who the receiver is on that far side with the blue-on-blue jerseys, but heck of a catch. And they're in the huddle. Chris, I don't get it. It's 6 minutes and
no rush.
20 seconds and counting. Well, yeah, you're down 12. I mean, doesn't make sense, but maybe they're calling a couple plays in the huddle.
That's very possible. Mertz, 3 wide receivers to the left. Stretch out on the left side. He's going to move Detmer Over to the right. Clock continues to run. Now under 6 minutes. Taking a lot of time. Near side.
And didn't get out of bounds, but
He's got Burt.
clock will stop moving the chains. They're taking their sweet time. I don't understand exactly what's going on, but
Just shy of the 40, but good for a first down. 5:50 left to go in the ball game. Clock starts to wind.
taking
Now,
their time.
Mertz will split his wide receivers. 2 left, 2 right. From the shotgun. He's been in the shotgun all day. Now rolling to his right. Found a guy across the middle. Looks like that was intended for Pesic Hickson. And Pesic Hickson almost popped it up in the air and gave it back to the Stags.
I think I'm almost surprised that he's not going downfield like at the end of the half, last half, but going to the out route, going to the short crossing route.
Well, I mean, the shorter passes have been much more
They've been
successful.
effective,
for
yeah,
him.
absolutely.
Yeah. And it's just going to take one to break. So you've got some guys that can fly. Now that's going to be a handoff to Pesic Hickson. Still on his feet, spinning around to the 43-yard line. Shy of the first down, be third and about 5.
Good solid run. Able to get it into a third down and hitch route territory for the Mustangs.
Right.
They like this, the 3rd down and 5. They go to the hitch route. Wouldn't be surprised if they go back to it. But, using those guys, Pesic Hickson is the wide receiver listed, but he plays more running back the second half, as in the first half Nick Detmer did that. He's listed as the running back.
Detmer checks back into the game. You mentioned the hitch. He's your hitch guy.
He wanted it.
Moving around. He was trying to look long. Now that's going to be almost picked off.
There's a flag down, though.
It's just a lot of contact over there.
I'm going to think that they're going to get a defensive holding there. Considering the Bishop Miege defensive back is all the way back at the 4-yard line, walking back into your frame here.
Yeah, that's probably a giveaway there. And really, I mean, you're 3rd and long, you're broken play, you throw it up. That's where you just try to get lucky. So
and he gets the holding call on the defense, so it's an automatic first down with the yardage, and drive stays alive. But under 5 minutes here, and it's a 2-possession game.
defensive holding will move it up to the cross midfield to the 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, under 5 minutes to play. And it's taking them, 2.5 minutes to move about 20 yards, and that's really not the pace at which you would want to run. Now looking deep. Now he's going to look to the near side. It's going to be overthrown.
Well, that's kind of a different throw. You don't see that often. The far side out route, and he had to put it on a little bit more of a lob. You don't see it often. It's a tough catch to make, and clearly it falls incomplete onto the turf. But
his completion percentage is now hovering around 50%. He's 22 of 42 for 275 and 2 touchdowns.
So 42 attempts.
42 attempts.
I'm actually shocked that it's not
been
more.
The Graham Mertz show. I may have missed 1 or 2, but I'll tell you what, he's put it up a lot. Now they're going to go near side. Down, still going to be shy of a first down.
Tell you what, if he ever, I'll remember this moment. It's on the internet somewhere and also on 810varsity.com.
Internet never dies.
If he ever throws more than the pass attempts he has tonight in any single game at Wisconsin, I'll buy you dinner. You pick the place. If he throws 40-plus times at Wisconsin.
I'm getting set up here, I think.
Well, no,
he may not have 42 attempts all year.
Well, that's the thing. Is 42, and obviously he's a Wisconsin commit, but, I'm surprised he's not going to go chuck it around somewhere.
Low snap, and he's had a lot of low snaps today. Now he's going to air it out. Deep! He's got a man! Complete to the 5-yard line. Let's see who that is.
That's Burt.
That's Burt. Redemption. Cameron Burt. Deep ball. Don't turn this one off just yet, folks. We still got a ball game going on. Down to the 5-yard line.
Well, the fight song's playing. They didn't score.
Yeah.
Maybe a little.
Hang tight. Still in play here. 4 wide receivers to the left. 1's in motion. Now he's going to scramble forward And be down right at the line of scrimmage.
Band director got a little excited there.
Hey, it happens.
He went for it. Hey, I don't blame the guy. It was a good catch. It could be like, God forbid any like OU fans out there, but they get it after
The
every
band is
first
on the
down.
field.
Well, every first down, OU's got to play their fight song.
Now under 3:30. That running play is inexplicable because now, they've still got their full complement of timeouts, too.
So I assume they're holding on to those for the defense.
Maybe. Now they're going to go to the sidelines. Yeah, this is taking a lot of time.
It's confusing.
Yeah, he's going to call a timeout and talk about it. And that right there, calling the timeout, you just wasted 23 seconds.
Yeah, where you could have just called it at the beginning.
Could have called it right off the bat. So
interesting.
Well, let's kind of recap what we're seeing here. I know we've still got plenty of game left, but 33-21, Miege and Blue Valley North. The first half was just ridiculous. It was all offense, and then the defenses decided to step up. And quite honestly, I don't think it's going to be that much of a stretch to say Pedrati has won the quarterback battle today. 11 of 18 for 131 and 2 TDs. Now Mertz is over 300 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 24 for 44. But, it's been some key turnovers. It's been some key penalties. And Miege is just that much
consistent,
better than consistent than
they've been super
North.
consistent. And we talked about it in the first half. And maybe I mentioned it. Maybe it was a commentator's curse, so I apologize to Blue Valley North fans. But I said there have been 4 lead changes throughout the night. And since that moment, the lead has not changed.
Yeah, it has been all Miege.
It's been all Miege since then.
So we're back in action here. 3:07 left to go in the ball game. 2 wide, 2 left. And they're going to reset the play clock. Nobody reset the 25. Now we're good to go. Mertz from the familiar shotgun.
Okay. And another timeout, this time for Miege.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll take another timeout with him. We'll step away for 30 seconds here on 810varsity.com.
Chiefs checking from Community America gets you closer to the game. Is there any better way to get closer?
Hey, man. Go long. Chiefs checking from Community America.
Recap, 33-21 your score, 3:07 left to go in the ball game. Graham Mertz and his Blue Valley North Mustangs knocking on the door, trying to pull this game closer, but they are running out of time and they're running out of real estate. They will take the ball at the 7-yard line after Miege took a timeout. Looks like he's directing corner. I think that's what he's going to look for. Now he's that pocket collapse. Now he's going to move to the right. He tackled out of bounds by about 15 Stags at the 5-yard line.
But that line judge gave it the run the clock. So it's still going.
Yep, he didn't get out of bounds.
Still going. So this is huge time that they're taking off right now. Under 3 minutes to go. Only 2 timeouts left because you had to waste one with the play clock issue. So, and down 12.
Gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and goal at the 5. Tick, tick, tick. 2:30 now left to go.
This is too much time.
They've spent 36 seconds on one play.
This would have been a great drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
But this is the 4th quarter.
Absolutely.
Down 12.
And they don't. Empty backfield. Got to get a touchdown on this play. Drills it up the middle. Incomplete.
All right, well.
That stops the clock.
Goodness. I mean, it took long enough.
4th and 5. Now, do you look at this like a basketball game and say you need a field goal and a touchdown? No, you just got to go for it.
Yeah, you got to go for it here.
Yeah.
Crowd over there.
I'm doing the math in my head.
That's okay.
Sorry.
The student section over there for Bishop Miege going bonkers.
Yep. Miege is starting to feel it a little bit. This will be the ball game right here at the 5. 4th and 5. Graham Mertz needs to pull a rabbit out of his hat with 2:14 left to go. Tipped at the line, incomplete. Turnover on downs, and Miege is going to win this one, 33-21. Still got 2 minutes left to go. But Miege certainly celebrating on the sidelines as they turn over on downs on the incompleted pass by Graham Mertz.
My man, what a play by the defensive lineman. Didn't quite catch
Got
the
up
number.
there.
He ran off quickly, but got the big paw up. Was able to bat it down before the screenplay was able to be completed. The inside there. I think we have
Mac Mueller. Yeah, I think it was Mac Mueller, actually. So they're going to take over at the 5.
85, yeah. That's
Closing
right.
the book on Graham Mertz, 24 of 46, 317 for 2 touchdowns, his longest 39 yards. And it looks like Pedrati going to run one here. Up the middle. Cobbins back in. Man, that had to be Cobbins because he drug that pile at 6 yards.
I think they said, hey, you want to get 200 yards on the night? Because if you break one, it's yours. Kind of wants a little bit more.
Up to the 15-yard line. And a first down. For Cobbins on the night, that is... Let's see here. Oh, there he is. 18 for 159, 3 touchdowns. That's not a bad night
not
there.
Not too shabby for week 1.
To start off week 1, Cobbins with the ball again.
Oh, my.
Across the 20. Whew.
Shoestring
no victory
tackle.
Formation on this one. They were going to get Cobbins to 200.
Deland McCullough with a shoestring tackle. Saved maybe another touchdown.
Across the 20 to the 22. Add 7 more for Bryson Cobbins. 19 for 166. Clock is stopped.
Tell you what.
Ticked off a timeout yet.
I wasn't at last year's game where it was 33-14. But I imagine tonight's game went a lot like it.
Yeah.
Back and forth in the beginning, and then Miege just, taking over. It's the small things, and I kind of go back to that drive at the end of the first half where Mertz took 3 very deep throws. They had to punt. Maybe could have made a little bit more out of that possession after being down. But, the game lived up to the hype.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we saw it. Just a ton of offense in the first half, ton of defense in the second half. And really, I think I'm going to give my player of the game to Sam Pedrati, even though Cobbins has really taken it on the ground. But Pedrati has just done it all. And he's done it when he needed to do it, too. He threw for 2 touchdowns, 131 yards. Another handoff to Cobbins there.
And he's done a great job handing the ball off, too. Cobbins has been ridiculously good tonight. I mean, he, as a sophomore, had 15 touchdowns last year, over 1,200 yards, almost 1,300 yards. I mean, he's way eclipsing that this year. And as a junior, you got to imagine, I'm not a recruiting guru like Jeremy, but got to imagine he's going to start getting some looks. Maybe not necessarily because of the size, maybe not D1, but at least a D2, couple looks there. Great player.
Well, I think we have failed to mention again. There, oh my goodness, there he goes.
Yeah.
You put him out in the just the open field like that, and just goes nuts.
Yeah. Well, and he has that. I mean, we've said it a couple of times, but the one cut and go, I wouldn't classify him as a one cut back because he's clearly speedy. But he had quite the night tonight, and it looks like finally the victory
Close
formation.
the door on him, 21 for 189, and they'll go to the victory formation. This will make, Jonathan, 26 games straight victory for the Bishop Miege Stags as they are going to take the victory formation with 27 seconds left to go.
26, pretty good.
26, 25. And we'll go ahead and call that one a final. Your final, Bishop Miege 33, Blue Valley 21. Thanks a lot, Jonathan. You did a great job.
Thanks.
It was fun working with
A lot
you.
of fun,
Chris
Chris.
Kamler on behalf of A10 Varsity and everybody back at the studio. Your final, Bishop Miege 33, Blue Valley North 21. We'll be back next week. Tune in tomorrow for Blue Valley and St. Thomas Aquinas. Have a great night. Drive safe.